Hello everyone and welcome to the Indy 250. It is a special event that we are here for Indianapolis. This is Openville Racing's crown jewel race and it is ours as well. We are thankful to be here and it is a special day. 52 entries for this race weekend, 10 cars had to go home. 42 of them are set to go racing. Kyle Collins got the pole in the Sony Pole Day qualifying. If you guys saw Sony Pole Day qualifying, you will notice that some of these cars are in different paint schemes than the way they were in qualifying, which that is okay. Sponsors changing from qualifying to this race. But as we look further on down in the field, DJ Curtis, our point leader, he is starting rather further on down. I think someone had problems on the roll-off of the start. Yes, it is. That is Zachary Fitzwater in the 8 Red Bull Toyota. He is blowing up and will not be a factor in this Indy 250 today. Having problems on the get-go. So Fitzwater's Red Bull will not be one of the drivers that wins here today. Many drivers have won here. Many superstar drivers have won this at this racetrack. Luke Martin started there in 4th. He won here twice, Season 8 and Season 16. In his final race here at Indianapolis at one of his best tracks, can he get a 3rd win in his 20th and try and get his 20th win? Kyle Collins got the pole on pole day. Him and Davis were the only guys to crack down in the 47 seconds in single car runs. We expect speeds to get way higher than what they were in qualifying. With guys in packs and racing hard, Davis, Jenkins, Weeks, James Bassinger, Lynn, all of them, all of these drivers inside the top 10, getting ready and set to go racing. The championship is heating up, but everyone is focused on this race today just to win it. The Indy 250 for 100 laps, 250 miles. We are ready and set to go racing. The green flag flies and we're underway. Seems as though Kyle Collins was caught sleeping on that start. Jordan Davis in the 5 jumps out to the lead. Luke Martin right behind him. However, we had troubles on the start of the race just before we came to the green flag. DeLeo in the 62 was trying to come to pit road. And one of our title contenders, James Silverfox, is going to really hurt from this. Bad luck for James Silverfox in the championship run. This is going to hurt him. Casey Lester in the Ike Durbin Incorporated entry also had to come on in. They feared they may have had a soft tire, and he wanted to bring it on in. The Hardee's National Series rookie driver for that team brings it back on the racetrack, merging right in front of these guys. That was a close call there. But Jordan Davis has led every lap so far since the green flag. He leads Luke Martin, Dejon Weeks, Jacob Bassinger, and Eugene DeMax as this field charges down the home stretch. Battle for the lead. Eugene DeMax trying to take the lead away from his teammate for the first time today. Jordan Davis has led every lap so far, and Davis is going to lead yet another one. Ryan Griffin, although the caution flag is out for some reason though, Jordan Davis led him back to the start-finish line. The caution has came out for Levi Pasco as he's in trouble and smoking coming to pit road. Here it is here. Levi Pasco is running in the 21st position. And my bad, that's not Aaron Taylor, that's Matthew Rodriguez. It looked like Matthew Rodriguez cut up in front of Pasco and he checked up and the 17 of Jesse Turner got into him and hooked him around. That was a hard hit for Levi Pasco, he just went around. Interesting pit strategy here on lap 8 on 100. Some guys came down pit road, some didn't. Some guys decided to stay out. But Jordan Davis and the rest of the field, most of the field came down and is changing tires and getting some gas. But the big contenders, Ryan Griffin, Luke Martin, Carson Scott, Jesse Turner, they all stayed out. Everyone else just came down and pitted. So the top 4 stayed out. Everyone else came down, got some tires, and pitted for some rubber. Alan Cavanaugh was the first one out, Dejon Weeks, and then Jordan Davis. Back for the restart, Ryan Griffin will lead them, and Griffin had a special paint scheme for this race weekend, but with sponsor complications with Irwin Tools, he had to run this car for the race. But he's still trying to win this race in honor of his cousin. Like I mentioned in qualifying, if qualifying did get aired, where he's out front. Luke Martin in second position. Carson Scott back in the third position. But they're having to deal with some lap cars. Jesse Turner, Alan Cavanaro, Dejon Weeks trying to get by them. Eugene Max, DJ Curtis, James Shelley had a great qualifying run. He's actually hanging in with these guys early on and being a contender inside the top 10. Everyone's trying to dodge some lap cars. And looks as though some guys have some damage. We nearly had a crash right here between Charles Sanford and Jacob Hart. Sanford and Hart hooked together, went up the track. And what a save that was. Incredible driving by... Oh, no, but there was a wreck. Eric Burton ran into Jacob Hart. And Charlie Smith, his teammate. Jeffrey Lynn, Jeffrey Fanguy, Chris Dodd. All involved. Andreas Allen's also in there. We're lucky we didn't have any more cars get piled in there. But that was kind of some driving that just could have been avoided. We're going to ride on board with Eric Burton. He has a car coming low to him, and he was trying to go up the middle and go by Jacob Hart and not lose his momentum, and he just got into him, got crowded. He thought he could make the whole work, but he got slammed right there. That was by his teammate, Charlie Smith, and that's going to be an early exit for Eric Burton. As we come back to the restart, it seems like everyone's taking some pit strategy every caution flag, it seems, because we get a new leaders every time we come back to the restart, and lap cars are always going to be a role in this. Charles Sanford's up here with DJ Curtis now, Jordan Davis, along with Carson Scott, Dom Capps, Matthew Rodriguez, Ryan Acosta, Ryan Griffin. The leaders all take different strategy, different tires, no tires, don't pit at all. That's some of the strategy calls that some of these guys are doing. Jacob Hart is one of them that had to come in and do a long pit stop. However, out front, it's Eugene DeMax trying to get his 20th win at the Brickyard. But Jake Bassinger down low is going to get some help from Eugene's son. That's quite the change. I don't think Eugene was going to be expecting that. His own son going by, helping another car pass him for the lead. DeMax is a lap down. He's trying to get back on the lead lap. This is his second Sony Cup Series race. He had a solid outing, stayed out of trouble at Atlanta. DJ Curtis, however, trying to get up there to one of his rivals for the championship, Jake Bassinger, trying to take the lead from him. Up front, we got a battle for the lead again. DJ Curtis is going to go low, and that 19 Cybertron Motorsports Ford is going to go back out front. And Eric Burton, the lap car, is in the way. Or not Eric Burton, Eric DeMax. DJ Curtis out front, trying to get a bonus point for leading the lap. Jake Bassinger already has a bonus point. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez giving the 60 team a good run. That 60 team had a great run at Atlanta with Aaron Taylor. Matthew Rodriguez driving the car here, trying to get up there and do well for this Martin Motorsports team in his first start. Trying to plow his way to the front. Jake Bassinger going low of his rival for the championship again. Bassinger down low trying to take the lead away, and it looks as though he will. But not so fast. Here comes DJ Curtis again, fighting hard with Jake Bassinger, trying to take it away. Side by side down the straightaway. Rodriguez, Davis, Scott, Griffin, Sanford, Turner, all of them are up here battling for this lead. Rodriguez looking to try and take it away on the bottom. He's got a run on Curtis. And Rodriguez, and his first race back on a Ford team, and his first race with Martin Motorsports, down low in the 60 Roush Performance Ford. How about Matthew Rodriguez? What a turnaround he's trying to do for this 60 organization. Aaron Taylor just was not that quick in this car. Man, Griffin all over Carson Scott. They're looking to go 3 wide here. Will they make it down the straightaway? They're going to run door to door. Scott and Griffin beating and banging down the straightaway. Oh my goodness, they are tight. Give room, guys, give room. We still got a long ways to go. And, oh, Griffin runs Scott into the wall. Don't know what that's about, but Griffin just did not like racing door to door with Carson Scott there. Ever since he was running off turn 4, he didn't give Scott much to any room, put him in the wall. Well, Griffin's teammate is out front now, Rodriguez. Jesse Turner behind him, moving his way into second position after all that. And he's looking to try and take the lead from Rodriguez. But Rodriguez going to shut the door. But Jesse Turner back underneath the 60 car of Matthew Rodriguez. And Turner takes the lead away and is going to come to the line and get a bonus point for leading a lap in the championship. Up front, a battle for the lead again. DJ Curtis, Jesse Turner. Championship rivals, I'm pretty sure, down the home stretch for the rest of this season. It's going to be a great battle to watch between the Turner Fenway cars, the Martin Motorsports cars, go against DJ Curtis. Curtis for CBM. Them three teams have looked the best all year. Cybertron Motorsports, Martin Motorsports, and Turner Fenway. They have a bunch of wins this season. Curtis out front. He's looking to get his first oval win of the season, trying to get his fourth win, trying to be the most winning driver. He's tied being the most winning driver this season with 3 wins with Bassinger. They have the most wins. Rodriguez looking to break through and go back to victory lane for the first time in a long while. It's been a very long time. It's been since the summer of 2016. It's been a little over a year now for Rodriguez. He's trying to get back to victory lane, but a caution flag is out for an incident with Brian Acosta. Well, deep in the field, Acosta just will get hooked by Steven Jenkins, and down in the guardrail they go, and Jenkins and Acosta are going to be out of the race after all this. Well, back for the restart. Everyone came down and pitted and got 4 tires. So Curtis lines up as the leader, Davis in second, Rodriguez in third, DeMax in fourth, and 5th position got to go all the way back to Dom Caps. So lap 34 out of 100. And it's only the beginning as of right now. We're not even halfway yet. Oh, trouble, trouble! Bradley Bishop Jr. is around. Casey Lester's involved. Cody Lamas is in there. And here comes more cars. We got Kyle Collins got involved. That was one of his cars. Matt DeLeo's in there with Dejon Weeks. Kyle Collins, the pole sitter, piled into one of his cars. That is definitely not what he wanted to have happen. 2 Blue Flare Motorsports cars get taken out in one wreck. Matt DeLeo, one of the other FBM cars, out of the race now. As the leader, DJ Curtis, is going to come to the line and lead the rest of the field back to the stripe. Here's what happened. Just Matthew Rodriguez was tied on the corner panel of Bishop Jr., and he just got hooked right down into Casey Lester, and around they went. And it was a tough break for him, and he just got nailed by Collins. Matt DeLeo and Dejon Weeks were also involved. Everyone else was lucky to slide by it. Well, after pit stops, Dom Caps is going to line up as the leader. Ryan Griffin's going to be in second. They leapfrog DJ Curtis during pit stops, so that the Martin Motorsports cars did a great job to get themselves into first and second. However, DJ Curtis is going to try and get back up there. Back there in fourth is Eugene Max, Jeff James in fifth. And then the 6th position goes to Jordan Davis. 7th is Jake Bassinger. 8th is Matthew Rodriguez. 9th is Luke Martin. And rounding out the top 10 is Alan Cavanaro. We have reached halfway in the race. Dom Caps leads the way over his teammates. Jeff James, Ryan Griffin, they sit first, second, third. Their teammate Matthew Rodriguez isn't that far behind either. Their new teammate, may I add. Back there in fourth is DJ Curtis and Jordan Davis rounding out the top 5. Then it's Eugene DeMax, Matthew Rodriguez, like we said, Luke Martin, Jake Bassinger, Alan Cavanaro, Carson Scott, Dylan Young, Jesse Turner, Jacob Hart, Nick Mace, Jordan Fisher, William Brock, Charles Sanford, Jeffrey Lynn. They are all on the lead lap. Then you got to go back to Dejon Weeks still running. Then it's Chris Dodd, James Shelley, Sky Commons, Sean Harple, Cody Lamas. They're all still running on the lead lap. Some of them are damaged, but up front, these guys are going to be the contenders that will battle it out for the win in the final 50 laps. Rookie Ryan Griffin going by Jeff James, getting some help from Jordan Davis, Eugene Max, DJ Curtis, Rodriguez, Bassinger. They're all in the mix of this. Oh, they're running really hard. Look at Davis and Griffin beating bang down the straightaway. They're just going at it for the lead. We're not even in the closing laps. Jordan Davis and Eugene Max just touched doors there. They hit each other. man, I'm sure that's not what they had planned. Neither does the Martin Motorsports cars. They're running 3 wide for position back there with Rodriguez and them. Rodriguez gives way, but here comes Caps getting some help from Curtis, trying to go after the lead. And Caps down low of DeMax, gonna try and take the lead back away. And Caps back out front in Indianapolis, trying to win the big one here. Up front, we got a battle for the lead. Dom Caps and Jeff James going at it. I'm telling you, Dom Caps has the best track record here at Indianapolis. He's ran so solid here every single year he's been here. Battling for wins, top 10 finishes in nearly every race he's been a part of here. I don't expect it to be any less here. But look here, down low, Alan Cavanaro, where is he came from in the Fuel Brothers Racing Toyota? He's up here battling with the Martin Motorsports cars. All 4 of them right here in the top 5. But Alan Cavanaro blasts his Toyota up into the lead right now into turn 3. But here comes Griffin and Caps. They have some great speed in the corners. They're able to turn very well and keep the speed rolling. And they were trying to get underneath of Alan Cavanaro, just they had to back down. And Alan Cavanaro for Fuel Brothers Racing, can they win this race? They're out front right now. Alan Cavanaro, the Daytona 500 winner in season 15. Could he possibly get an Indy 250 win? He's out front right now, but Griffin, the rookie, getting help from Dom Caps. Down low is going to take the lead back. As I've been watching this run, the tires are starting to wear off. I can see that outside line starting to build up here. Jordan Davis just getting a run on Ryan Griffin, trying to go around him on the outside. And Davis looks as though he's going to get the spot. The inside groove has been the place to be all race long. And now it seems like it is going away, and it looks as though different grooves are now available to drivers to go around and start making passes. But it's been the inside groove the entire race to make passes, but the tires are wearing off. We're getting into a long green flag run. Dom Caps is your leader, but Cody Lamas is in the way, so that may change some stuff here. Eugene DeMax is going to go down low, and DeMax is going to take advantage of Cody Lamas being in the way, and will go by and take the race lead. Pit stops are happening. Ryan Griffin brings his teammate Dom Caps on in. They will be the first to come on in for their final pit stops of the day. Battle for the lead. Jeff James takes over the race lead now. Nobody else has pitted just yet. Jordan Davis falls to second. Teammate in third. Eugene DeMax. DJ Curtis in fourth. Alan Cavanaro having a good run in the 5th position. 6th is Jake Bassinger. 7th, Luke Martin. 8th is Matthew Rodriguez. Charles Sanford and Jesse Turner rounding out the top 10. Pit stops are looming as they run up on lap cars. Sky Commons and Sean Harple. It's going to be interesting to see who starts diving in, if anyone does at all. And it looks like none of our leaders or anybody in the second pack are coming on in. But they are 3 wide for the lead, trying to go around lap cars. Davis and DeMax hit each other again. Man, it's not the kind of racing I expected out of DeMax and Davis. Just not a whole lot of give and take. There's just a lot more take out there than anything. As DeMax takes the lead, Davis gets the raw end of all that as he was trying to get low. But Alan Cavanaro in the 20 trying to take the lead now. He's got some help from Bassinger and Martin. Not really help. They're just trying to get to the front as well, just like Cavanaro is. I'm surprised that they pitted as early as they did, talking about Griffin and Caps, because we've went many laps now, and Griffin and Caps short pitted by a lot here, and no one else has decided to jump the gun and come down pit road. Trouble for Nick Mace. He is blowing up in the Lowe's Chevrolet. Nick Mace, his chances of winning a 3rd Indianapolis victory is done as he blows up on lap 72. Nick Mace was doing the same thing that he did last year to win the Indianapolis 250. And that was to stay out of trouble and hang in the back and just hang back from the leaders and not be a big contender. But Mace Enterprises Chevy of Nick Mace is done. And that makes you wonder if Jordan Davis and Eugene DeMax and Jeffrey Lynn can make it to the end as well on their engine. Jacob Hart is the next guy to also come on in for pit stops. He came in all by himself, but I'm expecting guys to be coming in here soon. Trouble, Jake Bassinger spun. He has spun up the track. Into Matthew Rodriguez he goes. Bassinger is around, and he takes out Matthew Rodriguez in the process of spinning. Oh, guys, be careful. As they merge down the track, coming to pit road, the caution flag flies. And that is not what Ryan Griffin and Dom Capps wanted to see. They are now going to be put a lap down. So are the other guys that short pitted. This is exactly why some of these guys waited, and Alan Cavanauro pitted. I wonder how this is going to help him, because he pitted on sequence with Jordan Davis, DeMax, and Jeff James. But Bassinger got spun. We'll have to take a replay. As you can see here, Bassinger's on the outside, but Curtis pushed up right into him. That is the title contenders. Curtis and Bassinger, championship contenders for this season, take each other out. The point leader gets into Bassinger, one of his contenders for this championship, and that's going to make you think a little bit. And I'm pretty sure the 97 crew is definitely not going to be too happy with that 19 of DJ Curtis. As we head back to the restart after pit stops, just like I said, Dom Capps, Ryan Griffin, they did not want to see that restart, or that caution flag, especially with how everything was. So, Capps, Griffin are on the tail end lead lap, so is Weeks. And Eric DeMax has been a lap down this whole time. Carson Scott, Jordan Fisher all got put a lap down. However, Eugene DeMax got lucky when he pitted, and he is the leader. Jeff James is leaders as well. Jordan Davis, Jacob Hart, Alan Cavanauro, DJ Curtis, Luke Martin, Dylan Young, Jesse Turner, William Brock, Jeffrey Lynn, James Shelley, and Chris Dodd are the leaders on the lead lap, and they're going to contend for this win. And Eugene DeMax gets held up by some lap cars as they're trying to clear them all. Jeff James goes out front into the lead. With 20 laps to go, the leaders have the front four in front of them that are cars on the tail end of the lead lap. Jeff James looking to get by them all. Oh, he's really close to them. But James looking for his third win of the season. With 20 laps to go now, DJ Curtis trying to get up there and extend his point lead. And past Jeff James, he's second in the title run. Remember, Jeff James is only 7 points behind Curtis. And Curtis wants to try and beat James here. Jacob Hart just wants to win yet another Indianapolis win. Jesse Turner and Jordan Davis are here. Luke Martin, Eugene DeMax, and Dylan Young are up here. I mentioned earlier in the week that Dylan Young was my green flag pick, and Young has proven me right here for Horizon Group. He's up here battling for the win, up here in the mix of it. Jeff James, however, is holding him off for now, but he's going to have to hold him off for another 20 laps. Up front now, Jordan Davis has picked and clawed his way by Jeff James' teammates of Dom Capps and Ryan Griffin, and Davis is going after Jeff James. Davis may not be a title contender for this season, but the defending champion of last year, trying to get up here and grab himself an Indianapolis win. He goes low of Jeff James and is bringing his teammate of Eric DeMax along to give him a little shove down the straightaway, and Jordan Davis goes out front. But not for long, as Eric DeMax had to go low of Jordan Davis here. And DJ Curtis has help from Dylan Young, of all people. Dylan Young for Horizon Group down low. How about Dylan Young? He's had a miserable season, 35th in the point standings. He's moving his way up into the second position as he goes by. Dylan Young has a chance to take the lead down the straightaway, looking low of Curtis, but he doesn't have much help. Curtis back out front and looking to take the win. Here comes Jordan Davis back underneath of DJ Curtis. He's got a quick car. He's got an amazing horsepower. He showed that in qualifying when he qualified on the outside of the front row. And he's bringing the horsepower to him. Davis back out front, bringing Dylan Young with him. Dylan Young, who has not won since the Season 10 Daytona 500. He's in the second, in the catbird seat to try and get a win in a long time. He's in the second spot. Lap cars are playing a factor as Dom Capps, Eric DeMax scoot underneath of Jordan Davis. Jeff James is going to pounce on this opportunity. He got by Dylan Young down the back straightaway. He's going to try and get by Jordan Davis in turn 3. And indeed he will, bringing Jesse Turner along with him. 1-2 in the championship right here together. Jeff James slides up in front of Jordan Davis, throws the block on him. And down the straightaway, James is going to bring Davis along with him in second. And on the outside, Dylan Young in third position, trying to break a long dry spell here of 241 race winless streak. He's in 5th position now. Jesse Turner, DJ Curtis, all right here. Davis not giving up, fighting hard with James down the back straight. This has looked as though it's going to be a 5-car race for the win of the Indianapolis 250. As Jordan Davis leads the way, it is Jesse Turner sitting right back there in the 2nd spot. Dylan Young in 3rd, Jeff James 4th, DJ Curtis hanging back there in the 5th position, but he has been mired back behind the lap cars. It might be all for naught for Curtis. As here we are with now 7 laps to go. Jordan Davis, it's going to be a painfully long time for him. Going to have to hold off some of the best of the series of Jesse Turner, Dylan Young, and Jeff James. 5 laps to go now for Jordan Davis, trying to win the Indianapolis 250. Jesse Turner also looking for his first Indianapolis 250 with Davis. Jeff James has never won it. Dylan Young looking for his 2nd win, but he got shuffled out by Jeff James. Dom Capps, Eric Burton, lap cars are in the way as they're side by side with Jeff James, Jesse Turner, Jordan Davis, one-on-one for the lead, but Turner doesn't look like he's got much of any momentum right now to try and go after Davis. Lap car Dom Capps looks like he could be an issue as he goes by Jesse Turner now. And that's all Jordan Davis wants to see in his rearview mirror, is seeing someone else go by that 17 car. Now he's got 2 lap cars in the way of him. He's got to go all the way back to 2nd to Dylan Young now. Can Dylan Young snap a 241 race winless streak? He's going to have to get by 3 cars to do so. One of them is the leader of Jordan Davis, who has been strong in the last run here. He's going to have to hold off these lap cars. I don't know why these lap cars will be racing him, but Dom Capps trying to get by him. This could be big if he gets low of him in the corner, and he does. Dom Capps is down low of Davis. How is Dylan Young going to be able to pounce on this opportunity? Can he get low of Derek DeMax? No, he can't. Jeff James down low of Jesse Turner. Off the corner, Jordan Davis slides down in front of his teammate Eric DeMax. Jordan Davis for a lap and a half to go, trying to hold off. The white flag is in the air for the last lap of the Indy 250. Who's going to come away the win? Jordan Davis trying to bring it home. He's got his teammate Eric DeMax right in the way of Dylan Young, but can Young find some sort of run to go after Jordan Davis? I don't think so. Dylan Young's just going to have to fight hard to hold off to 2nd, it seems. Looks like it's going to be all Jordan Davis's win, with Eric DeMax in the way of everyone as they are side by side for 2nd back there behind them between Dylan Young and Jeff James. Dylan Young trying to hold off for one of his best finishes in a long while, but up front, nothing's going to matter here today other than Jordan Davis taking the checkered flag, coming to the line. Jordan Davis is an Indianapolis winner. Finally, Jordan Davis takes the win in the Indianapolis 250. He's been looking to grab a victory in one of these races, and he finally does so. And it's been a while since he won. It was in California round 4. This is going to be his 6th win of his career, and one of his biggest wins of all. Jordan Davis. He had to hold off them lap cars and hold off a hard charge from Jeff James, Dylan Young, Jesse Turner, DJ Curtis. He raced hard all day with those guys, and in the end, he comes out on top. Congratulations to Jordan Davis, and congratulations to Dylan Young on a great finish for Horizon Group. It seems like that team really needed a run like that. Horizon Group has struggled, and Dylan Young gave them a great run. I told you earlier in the week that I thought Dylan Young would give them a great run because he was 2nd all-time with the drivers of the most top 10s here, and Young has always ran well here. He won here in Season 6. But just came up short of a win. This guy is on top today. Jordan Davis wins for Mace Enterprises. He gets himself back on track after a miserable few races it had been with him dropping in the standings. Let's get you to our finishing results and standings after the Indianapolis 250.